wandering through the mall and had an appointment downtown, so I thought I would do like Christmas stuff, but there isn't any. This mall has died. You want to talk about a dead mall? It's interesting because I used to live not far from here, way back when I was really young. And now this mall is like all board, like completely. These were all stores. I remember I used to buy cheesecake over there. It's like crazy to me. This entire level of the mall is gone. It's just gone. See, here I am. Oh yeah. Oh, they have a little timeline of things on here. Festivals now. It's called TIFF. Interesting. Yeah, look. Used to be stores. Stores galore. Now there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Holt Renfrew Center's still open over there. But look, this is all just, it just goes on and on and on to the subway. And it used to be like the food court area. I'm going the other way now. I'm going into the Holt Renfrew Center for a bit, see if there's any decorations to show you. But yeah, that was a huge, huge food court. Used to go there, and once I had kids, would go to Cultures and get strawberry ice cream. It'd be our walk of the day kind of thing. And yeah, it's really amazing to me how much things have changed so much. Cool chairs, little ornament chairs. Oh, I just came from this side. Oh my God. I already know there's nothing down here because I just was here. All right, I'm just gonna head back to the subway area. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't go somewhere for years. I mean, it's not like I haven't been here. I was watching some more videos while I was doing my thing yesterday, and I've been watching Pegasus a lot. I've been watching him for months, maybe even years. I watch a lot of people a lot while I'm puttering around. So he recently made a video that, well, his videos always make sense to me, but he really nailed it home the other day. And I've been saying this forever myself, this way I guess, that, I do reselling. I'm not reselling, I'm someone who eBay and Poshmark was originally intended for. I'm actually using those services how they were originally intended, which is I'm just trying to move some stuff out of my life into the world. And that's, Poshmark, the closet. It's like clean out your closet. eBay, oh, you got stuff in your garage, let's sell it on eBay. So those were what these places were originally intended for. And then over the last 20 or 30 years, I guess it's been 10 years maybe, that suddenly it's become like people are doing it full time, they're quitting their jobs, they're doing all these things, trying to scale up and all that. And as Pegasus points out, reselling is an endless cycle of stuff where you never really get ahead. And I noticed that like last year, so that's why I keep saying I'm keeping my day job as a writer and tarot reader and so on, because I have no interest in buying skids of shit and scaling up to be a business person, because I'm not. I'm an artsy-fartsy. So I find it interesting that whatever video that was yesterday, and I think he just made it yesterday, he really called out the hard things that a lot of people don't talk about. And he pointed out this new guy who I've been watching his things too, the TV producer guy who lost his job, and it's like 7th week of trying to be an eBay guy. It's like, dude, go back to TV. You'll make way more money as a TV producer. You're going to lose your mind. And yeah, so the TV producer guy was already talking about how he's getting burnt out. Okay, I'm not going to go to the subway yet, even though the subway's here. I'm going to go this way. And, TV producer guy's already burnt out from buying and selling and not selling and cleaning and photographing and listing, and already has a death pile. And I understand, I'm there. But I'm not going out and buying stuff. I'm just trying to move things along. So in my case, I do pay for storage. And yeah, and that's one thing I noticed, and that Pegasus pointed out, and I think a couple of other people have kind of mentioned it over the last couple of years too, but a lot of people that are reselling already own homes, they own cars, they have places to put their storage, they're building sheds, they're renovating their garages, they have basements, so they're already ahead. They often have spouses at work, full-time, part-time. They might have family members that are actually helping them with their business and so on. So there's different levels of dealing with all of this, and it's what your goals are, what you want. But those are the hidden things. Some of us, someone like me, I don't have a spouse helping me. I pay for storage units. I was paying for a storage unit before I decided to my way with Poshmark, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do with all this stuff. But now, I have 2 storage units as my dad died, emptying out the parents' house. So I'm trying to get 2 storage units down to 1, then hopefully that one down to a teeny tiny one. Because if I stay where I am, which I probably will, there's no room. It's a studio, right? There's no room, no matter what happens. Oh, this is I wanted to show you guys cool Christmas shit, but there hasn't been any. This is cool though. That's very cool. So, yeah, so you got to keep in mind these costs, all these hidden costs. So you might have to pay for storage, you might have to pay for car, you might have to pay for gas, you might have to pay for parking. If you're reselling, that means you have to buy stuff and sell it. You might need cameras, you might need a workspace, you might need light boxes, printers. There's all these expenses. And if you're like me, you have AI tools, sharing or cross-listing. All these types of things are also very much, you need to have these things. So they all add up. Everything adds up. No matter how small you're trying to make your business, things add up quickly. Things add up. Yes, they do. So these are things to keep in mind, and why, sometimes it's better just to have a job, because you need to pay for all these things. And how do people know you're there? Do you have to buy ads? Do you have to buy social? Do you need a website? Do you need envelopes and boxes and bags? I feel like the Grinch. But anyways, yeah, so these are all things to keep in mind. Do you have a spouse that works full-time, so you're not actually have to work that hard, because it can be hard to make a profit on these selling things, right? So yeah, keep these things in mind when you're working, when you're pricing, when you're listing, and if you're a reseller, when you're buying. I love this dress so much, oh my god. Yeah, think of all the expenses that you have to have, just to do a thing. So it all has to do with your goals and dreams and what your projections are, what it is you're trying to do. If you're just like me, just trying to empty out your closet, you don't need any of that stuff. But if you're trying to level up, make $1 million a year, then yeah, there's a lot of stuff you have to pay out for to make your money back. And you have to calculate what that is. Is it worth it? How hard do you have to work? That's the other thing Pegasus was talking about, is pointing out how people are saying, oh, this isn't fun and stuff like that. It's true. I've had a million jobs in my life, and you might, I always think it as lesser evil than other things, but jobs aren't fun. That's why they're called jobs, right? And yeah, listing is the hardest part, I think. And on any video I ever see, that always seems hard for all of us is dealing with the listing, doing the comps. What does it cost? Making the good photographs. Why? Who's going to buy our stuff and why? And all of that. So you have to keep all that stuff in mind when you're running your businesses. It's a lot to deal with. And so, you should have a book, make your goals, figure out what it is you're trying to do. Set yourself, when you have a company or you're doing a nonprofit, stuff like that, you always have the mandate or that sentence of what it is you're trying to do. So for some of you, you might need that focus. Like I said, I know what my thing is. When I first started, I thought, hey, maybe I'll be a reseller. And I quickly realized, no. No, I have a career, I have a life, and I do not want to be the reseller clothes person, but I do want to be the person that sells wonderful trinkets into the world that are vintage at this point, maybe even antique. And I don't want to be paying for storage units forever, but I'm not adding to my storage units. Things are leaving the storage units, and that's the difference, right? All right, hope you all had a good day. I was trying to show you interesting things around, but this is a ghost mall. It's a dead mall. And yes, I just went this way and now I'm back, because now this time I'm seriously going to the subway. And stay warm, everyone. Hope you all have a fantastic day. And yeah, make your lists, check them twice, keep a little book to record your notes, keep your inventory straight, know where your stuff is, list, measure, clean, all that stuff. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like anything I have to say or do. All right? So I'm home now, of course, and so I was thinking about the dead mall, because I really was trying to take you through a mall to look at Christmas and holiday and festival lights and stuff, and we ended up in the dead mall. And so, we can equate this to what we're doing with our stores, our online stores. So you figure that particular mall, the Cumberland Mall at Bay and Bloor in Toronto, used to be hopping and bustling. It's right by the Holt Renfrew Centre, as you saw. That's where the direct decorations actually were, in Manulife Center and Hudson Bay Company, which is now out of business. And so it's interesting, because that used to be considered the richest corner in Toronto. It was likened to like Fifth Avenue or whatever in New York City. So it was like millions of dollars of merchandise per square foot. So that particular little mall was a little bit cheaper, for the more normal people coming and going from subways. So that mall is in between two subways, and there were three levels to that mall, and it's all boarded up, as you saw. It used to be lots of great shops, educational, children's toys, and tons, like that whole bottom level was all just food court. Endless food, so much food, excellent prices for food. You could, run there a bit from work and get some food, or when you're running for the subway, grab something to go, and so on and so forth. And now it's all boarded up, and I guess they're going to do something with it. So when you're building your business, keep in mind that even the richest people, the richest things collapse. That all these malls are closing, these fast food places are closing, because supply and demand and prices and so on, we're in difficult times. So when I was walking around, I started talking a bit about a mandate, but what I meant was a mission statement. So get clear in your own head, what is your goal? What is it you're actually trying to do? So I haven't thought hard about my own mission statement lately, but I guess mine would be that My goal is to move these valued treasures out into the world and into the hands of people who can use them and appreciate them, so that they're not just sitting in a box somewhere till I die, and then my kids have to deal with it. They won't know what to do either. So that's kind of my mission statement. I'm moving treasures out into the world. I'm not trying to scale a business. I'm not trying to grow a business. I'm just trying to move my products into the world. So that's much different than a lot of you are trying to do. But having a mission statement, every single one of those stores that was boarded up had a mission statement once, because you have to have one to get a business loan. So think about, your life, your product, the hours you're willing to invest, and what's realistic. Can you afford storage units? Do you have a garage? Do you have a spouse who has an actual job, and so you can actually just do what you want? As I've mentioned a million times, I'm on my own. I'm in a studio apartment. I have to pay to rent storage. Everything I do is on me. As of last week, I've wrangled one of the kids. Adult children. So one of my sons is going to be helping me a bit with photographing my things. So we're going to have a few sessions where I will have already, because I had him photograph a bunch of stuff last week, and then I realized some of the stuff I had him photograph, there's no point in selling it or whatever. So this time around, I'm going through all my stuff before I give it to him to photograph. I've already comped it. I know what I'm going to charge. So he'll take the pictures, and then when I'm ready to list, it'll be smooth sailing. And I'll still do my, for those that might be interested, I'm still doing take the pictures, upload them to Poshmark, let Poshmark AI do what it can, then post it on Poshmark, go through the listing, change whatever needs to be tinkered with. Then I open my Prime Lister situation thing, and then it gets cross-listed over to eBay. To me, that's still the fastest, easiest, less brain-rotting way to go when it comes to, we all hate listing. Absolutely, everybody hates listing. I don't know anyone, so that's why people keep trying to invent products and things so that, it won't make us insane. But at the end of the day, someone has to take those pictures. So if I have help with the pictures, that does save me at least a bit of time. Because like a lot of you, I have other things I'm trying to do too with my life, not just dealing with Poshmark and eBay. All right, so that's your homework. Write a mission statement. Get focused on what you're trying to do and what you want. So again, like, share, and subscribe if anything was useful, or you care, or you want to come back, or don't. Have a wonderful day. Happy listing.